What's up, guys? One of the things the Bible tries often to do is to get us to not to trust ourselves or not to trust in ourselves and our abilities, but to trust in the Lord. If we look at this warning to Moab in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 48, verse 7, says, "For because of your trust in your own achievements and treasures, even you yourself will be captured." Now, if you'll notice, every self-help guru out there and every success coach and not every, but most of these are going to tell you, like, you need to trust yourself and you need to believe in yourself. You need to have confidence in yourself. And here the Bible is saying just the exact opposite. It's like, do not trust in yourself. If you trust in yourself, Moab, because you trust in yourself, you're going to fail. You're going to fall. You are going to be captured. Now, this isn't hard to comprehend if we'll just sit back for a minute and begin to think about what trusting in yourself does versus trusting in the Lord. Number one, if I trust in the Lord, it is an external blessing. All of the pressure is off of me to have to perform or have to increase or to have to grow. So much pressure is off of you, you can actually breathe and begin to live. What a beautiful thing to just trust like a child. But there are also some very pragmatic reasons you don't want to trust in yourself. And one of those reasons is, while you are trusting in yourself and your abilities, you might miss that the landscape around you is changing. I want you to think with me of someone who is in the middle of a city, and they are trusting in their gardening abilities, and they really get caught up in their gardening abilities, and they're growing corn and growing peas and beans, and everything they do is they've just got this green thumb. But if their head's to the ground, and let's say they don't notice they're in warfare or in conflict, and they don't notice that everybody has left the city and that nobody's paying taxes, and maybe now they're just now understanding that the utility company is no longer going to be providing water. The landscape around them has changed, but they've been trusting in their own ability, and they didn't realize their own ability was contingent upon the culture they were in. So God already knows things like this, so he says, don't trust in yourself. I'll give you another reason not to trust yourself. There are some people that become successful, who achieve, who climb the ranks by accident and default. Through nothing great on their own. They think they are doing good. They think they have done amazing. They actually trust in themselves and how far they have gotten, but they don't realize that maybe they were only one that could really be hired at this time for this position. Or maybe they don't see that they accidentally got the contract because other contracts got thrown in the trash. Or maybe they don't understand there was a requirement that required them to be hired because they applied. Who knows? But these kind of things, God says, don't trust in yourself. Can you imagine the person that is all trusting in themselves and like, hey, well, I just got this successful job, so I'm going to leave this successful job and go over here, blah. Because they were not the reason, but they were accidentally successful. So the Bible says, don't trust yourself. Don't trust in yourself. I'll give you another concept here. What if you trusted in yourself, but the pathway that you were on changed? And there's some people that were very successful before computers came along, but now that computers have entered the picture, everything is different. This is almost like the landscape change, but this is actually the process that they used. The ability, the skill that they have is now no longer viable. This happens to people every single day. People get cut out of departments, and departments get cut out of companies because it is no longer viable. But you could really sure trust yourself and how good you are at your old school ways, but then they get cut off and disposed of. You could also trust in yourself because you've been successful, but now you've learned more insights and you're going to jump into this new adventure. And sometimes we absolutely lose our tail ends in a new adventure because we just did not know what we were getting into. It is possible to train wreck everything on one venture. So the Bible clearly says, don't trust yourself, trust in God. Another thing is, what about if the way that you got there, you don't maintain it? So you begin to trust in yourself. And I'm going to put learning as a thing, as an example here. What if you trust in the degree that you get? And so you get this degree and you're like, wow, this degree gets me here. And then let's say you quit learning. And then you become stale and stagnant. And then eventually you get replaced by those that are continually learning. Well, you trusted in yourself. You trusted in what you had already attained. You trusted in achievements you already had. But now the field leaves you in the dust. Or what if you had good people skills and you networked and you really poured into it and you climbed in position and achievement and treasure because of your network, but then you started trusting in yourself and didn't hold up your network? It could all crumble before your eyes. And then I'll give you a last reason not to trust in yourself is, what if God just gets involved and makes you have catastrophic loss because he can't stand pride? The Bible is very clear. Do not trust in yourself or you will fall. Put your trust in the Lord. Try to give you some pragmatic reasons this plays out. But it's just so much better trusting in the Father.